Hmm. You guys are getting Gary Sanchez and Gio to the 20s for Donaldson, Falafel, and Rortvet. Rortvet. I can never say that dude's name right. Rortvet. That's a big one. Yeah, man, that is a crazy Yankees trade. Yankees twin trade. All right, what is going on, everyone? Chris with Chef Sports Cards here. We're doing 2022 Heritage Baseball third case break numero 2, numeral uno, numeral 2, 222. Second third of this case that we started last night. Welcome, 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 especially for anybody who's new to the channel. Welcome. Little bit about us. We've been around for 4 years. We may break mostly baseball. A little bit of everything else mixed in. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as we possibly can. Be out in the next day or two. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks. And when we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want to get a chance to get into any of our future free breaks, hit that subscribe button. Your name will go in the random, and who knows, maybe you get one of those coveted spots in the future. All right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Roger M. Braves, Tommy M. Orioles, Matthew T. Red Sox, Rob A. Cubbies, Chase B. White Sox, Stephen S. Reds, Rich L. Guardians and Rockies, Chase B. Tigers, David Z. Royals, Mike E. Astros, Eric M. Angels, Michael L. Dodgers, Patrick R. Brewers, Joshua B. Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Joseph P. Mets, Thomas M. And Yankees, Thomas G. A's, Chris F. Phillies, Mike L. Pirates, Joseph P. Cardinals, Mike E. Padres, Giants, Mariners, Joseph P. Rays, John M. Rangers, Chris F. Blue Jays, Brian S. And finally, Nationals, Joseph P. All righty. Yeah, we'll see with the whole Juris Familia thing. All we need is some decent pitching. We need decent pitching. That's fine. We'll take it. We'll figure it out. You don't have anything to worry about the Mets. You guys are loaded. Hey, we got a throwback 50th anniversary Bob Robertson for the Pirates. It wouldn't be amazing if you opened this and it was Clemente. That would be unbelievable. Look at that cut. Look at that. Look at those. That centering there. Wow. Some classic top centering from back in the day. Robert Eugene Robertson. Had about 5 years in the league at that point. The Pirates' top right-handed power hitter. Bob was the hitting star of the 71 NL playoffs. He hit 3 homers. He hit 3 homers in third game, had 4 homers in the 4-game series, and hit .438 as a Bucks. Whipped the Giants for the NL flag. Wow, that's awesome. Look at those mutton chops, man. Those are some serious home run hitting mutton chops down there. Heritage. All right, Heritage New just came out on Friday. I'm sure you guys have seen some of it already. We did one last night. We'll have some more for next week. Oh, man, my stupid suction cup on my camera doesn't want to work today. Keeps, like, coming loose. All right, let's bring this down. Bob Roberts. I love it when you get those old, like the throwback cards. All right, let's see what Old Heritage has in store for us tonight. Mark Melanson, Zimmerman, Emil Reyes, New Age Performers Robert. So we're checking the 6-hole card. That's where the parallels and such will be. Or 6-7 right there. Muster Posey. Home run leaders. Carlson Cup card. Although our first 4 boxes in this case, everything is flipped over in it, so which is just fine with me. Makes life easier. Here we go again, flipped over. All the parallels and stuff. Garcia. So it's actually the 7 card. Andrus and Dom Nunez, high numbered for the Rockies. There he is, newest Minnesota Twin, Gio. Now, when he gets to Minnesota, you guys had somebody there should teach him how to sign his name, because his autograph is ridiculous. I swear, I think his kids write his autographs. Solak. Mr. Trout, looking tough. Kissinger begins term as Secretary of State. So these cards, I just hand them out, just unless they have a specific team on them. Like there's like a Steinbrenner card, I give that to the Yankees. There's a Dave Winfield card, goes to the Padres. But if it's just like news, I just kind of spread them out. Segura. Sandy Alcantara. Griffin Jacks. Nothing on that one. Varsho and Biggio. Vladdy. All right, so for anybody who hasn't been in, it's multiple base cards like this. We start with the team on the left and then go here. So like this one will go to the Brewers, the next one will go to Toronto, back and forth. Unless we get one that's parallel, then we will random it amongst the teams. Jesse Winker. High number of Aaron Ashby for the Brewers. Was that? All right, Chris. Was the cruise, is that wasn't part of that deal, was it? Or is that a different deal? Like I didn't see anything mentioned about a third team in that deal, but Brian De La Cruz, rookie. Garcia, New Age Performers. My favorite guys on the Phillies now, Hans Cruz. Hans Cruz. Buxton. Robbie Grossman. Louis Brinson. Nothing special on the Brinson. Okay. Oh, he was a free agent. Okay. Gotcha. Any other big moves today? Trevor Joseph May. Trevor May for the Mets. High numbered. I thought there'd be a lot more. I mean, I know somebody mentioned it last night. I thought there'd be more going on this weekend. I mean, I haven't seen anything crazy, although I could have missed some stuff, I'm sure. I always do. Hernandez. Dozier. Seaver wins NL Cy Young Award. Oh, you think so? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Martinez. Dahlbeck. Polanco. And for the White Sox, Yoan Moncada Clubhouse Collection Relic. Yoan Moncada. For the White Sox, Steven. Good buddy. And Chad Pinder, high numbered for the A's. Didi. Wander Franco, a New Age Performers rookie. It's the first one of those we've seen. Matt Manning. Daza. Castro. Wainwright. Newman. Kyle Funkhauser, high numbered. Oh man, that's something in my eye. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Okay. Brujan rookie. Then and now, Rod Carew, Yuri Gurriel. Kenley Jansen. And Whit Merrifield. Chad Green, high numbered for the Yanks. Right. Get back here. Working on the big red machine, huh? There you go. That's a good one to do. Corey Dickerson, Jose Siri, New Age Performers. Give ourselves a hot box. Hot box. Hot box. Ooh, for the Bravos. Kyle Mueller, a rookie. Numbered 671 of 999 on the Kyle Mueller. For Tommy. Illich and Yarborough. Connor Joe. All-time Grand Slam leaders. A-Rod for the Yanks, high numbered. Seth Beer rookie. World Trade Center dedicated. Teoscar Hernandez. Oop. Mike Zanino. Last pack of boxing. Brad Miller. And high numbered Darren Ruff for San Francisco. All right. One box down. Let's put these guys here, these guys here, these guys here. All right, box number 2. And a little 5x7 Matt Olson. Yeah, man, that's cool. He was a big Red fan. My father was a huge Pirates fan. My father's a huge Steeler, like Pittsburgh fan in general. He grew up in Pittsburgh. But it's so funny, like, when I was a kid, I don't know if it's because we lived in Philadelphia a lot. Like, my father was always a big sports fan, but, like, he'd always kind of hide his Pittsburgh ties, you know? Like, but as he got older, he just kind of was like, ah, screw it. I'm rooting for the Pirates, or I'm rooting for the Steelers, or whatever. And then we, of course, get all over him about it, you know, being we live in Philadelphia. Boba Fett. Josiah Gray, New Age Performers. Well, I was a huge Seahawks fan when I was a kid. Seattle Seahawks. It drove my dad crazy. Because he never understood. He was like, why Seattle? And I like Steve Largent. That's why. Steve Largent was the man. John Means. But I remember when I was maybe 7 or 8 years old, so, you know, like 78, 79, I begged for a Seattle Seahawks helmet for Christmas. And my father had to go through hell to find me. It was, you know, there weren't places around back then like Fanatics and stuff where you just pick up any team you like. You know, things were very regional back then. Ronaldo Lopez high numbered. And I remember my father ended up having, knowing someone. Stupid. He knew someone that lived on the West Coast and had them buy one out there and send it so I could have it for Christmas. I don't even know why I liked them so much. I think I liked them so much because it drove my dad crazy, probably, mostly. Wander Franco rookie. European Economic Community is formed. You know, it was, I mean, literally, it was just because it drove them nuts. Is probably why. All the more reason for me to love the Seahawks. You know. Now you can go to your local mall and buy a jersey, helmet, you know, anything you want of any team in the world, basically, you know. But back then it wasn't quite so easy. I kept that sucker for years, too. I used to hide my weed in it in high school. in my room, among other things. Oh, for the Cubbies. Well, Fergie Jenkins auto. Very nice. Very nice on a $6 team. Can't beat that. For Chase. Nice one, bud. Well, Ferguson Arthur Jenkins auto. Yeah, it was perfect for hiding stuff, man. Nicky Lopez, Eduardo Escobar, Fergie Jenkins. And Diaz, high numbered for Houston. Never left New Jersey. Had a Johnny Benchmit. That's awesome. Yeah. No, it was. I remember it was quite a. It was quite a feat to get a helmet back then. Brandon Marsh, New Age Performers rookie. Oh, I love that thing. I love the old Seahawks emblem and everything. I wish I still had it. I really do. I mean, I could get one now, I suppose. You can get like every year now. But it was cool. And what do we got here? A little action image variation for the Pirates of O'Neal Cruz rookie. Very nice. That's a nice hit for the Pirates. Joseph P. He's supposed to be good, man. You know, Cruz rookie. You got they're not calling them actions anymore. They're calling them image variation. 1 in 64 packs on the image variations. So basically, like, you know, one every, 3 boxes or something, 2.5 boxes. The one my son with his business, his vintage business, he's always looking for Seattle Supersonic stuff. Sells like crazy. Gavin Sheets rookie, like, you know, old vintage Supersonic stuff. It's nuts. All-time total base leader Hank Aaron. That's a high numbered for the Bravos. Yeah, man, that old Seattle Supersonic stuff sells for serious cash, man. Matt Olson, numbered 160 of 373 for Oakland. Oakland is Chris F. Here, bud. Crazy, man. Some of the stuff lately that my son has found. He found this old metal shirt from the 80s of a band called Destroyer. I do not remember them. I really don't. And I don't think they weren't like big time or anything, but they did have like 4 or 5 albums. Like they were, again, I think they might have been kind of regional or whatever, but it was like a 83 like tour promo shirt that he found. Brujan at the Goodwill, and so he paid like $1 for the shirt and sold it for like $340. It's crazy. Rudolph Castro black border rookie. That's 50 copies on the black borders. Another nice one for Pittsburgh for Joseph. It's ridiculous, man. Some of the stuff you can, especially the old concert shirts and stuff. Like all the old Smashing Pumpkins stuff from like the 90s, those concert shirts sell for like $1,000 a piece now. It's crazy. It's like, I used to have that shirt. I threw it away. You know? Who knew? Yeah, that's nuts. Well, that's like my son's vintage business that he does. Like most of his stuff he gets from, they call it the bins. It's a Goodwill outlet where it's not like a Goodwill store. It's literally just stuff thrown into bins and you have to rummage through it, but you pay by the pound, and it's like $1.30 a pound or something like that. Travis Shaw, high numbered for the Red Sox. So I mean, like a T-shirt, will cost you like 75 cents or whatever, and kind of goes up from there. But you're not paying more than a few dollars for anything. He finds some crazy stuff. Julio Urias, New Age performers. I mean, the bulk of his money's made on, he finds a lot of like Russell Athletic sweatshirts from the 80s and 90s, sells them for like 15, $20 a piece, whatever. But every once in a while, man, he comes across something crazy like that. Old Harley Davidson shirts. Colt Irvin. What are the other ones? Harley's a big one. Oh, old like Grateful Dead shirts, like the old tie-dye Grateful Dead shirts from the 80s. Oh, sell for absurd amounts of money. It's crazy. People don't realize what they're tossing, He doesn't care. He knows what they're tossing, so he says go for it. Seawald, high numbered for the Mariners. Oh yeah, I found crazy stuff at yard sales too. I'll tell you a quick story. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to do it anymore like I used to. I used to love like going out early Saturday morning and just hit like yard sales and stuff all over the place. Like just drive around, find them, do whatever. I just have fun doing that stuff. And one day there was one just a few blocks from my house. I knew nothing about it. I just happened to be driving by and saw it. And it ended up that it was an older woman who was going into a nursing facility or some kind of, I don't know that was nurse. I mean, she was in good shape. I don't know if it was a nursing facility, but, a community, old age community or whatever. So they were cleaning out her house. And I go walking around. They got everything you can imagine. I go in the back and there's a train set from like 1975, still in the packaging, perfect, with the original tags like on it and everything. It was like $20 or something like that. And I was like, I don't know shit about trains, but I know this has got to be worth something, John King, high number for the Rangers. So I was like, I looked up, I pulled it up on my phone real quick, checked eBay, this and that. It was worth hundreds of dollars. So I was like, well, I'll grab it, and I picked it up and I'm walking up and it was it was marked $20 and I had 20 in my hand and she was like, oh no, that's far too much. Just give me 10. And I was like, no, it's fine. Here, take the 20, and I ended up selling it like 2 hours later on eBay for like $900. I felt so bad. I think she ended up taking 15 for it or something. I gave her this whole story like, oh, my son loves trains. He'll love it. This, that, whatever. I'm like, my son's never going to see this thing. Tommy LaStella, high numbered for the Giants. People just don't know what they got sometimes, Yeah, you hear that all the time, though. Like, if you ever watch like Antiques Roadshow or any of those, I haven't seen them in a long time, but I used to watch them sometimes. And you hear people all the time be like, oh, I found this at my local, swap meet or whatever. And, it's like a $15,000 painting or whatever. It's crazy. Devers, New Age performers. Most of the time, people just want to get rid of it. You know what I mean? They're just sick of looking at it. They don't care. They'll almost give it to you if you get it out of their sight line. When my brother who lives in Vegas, he's a jeweler, and this was a lot of years ago, but Jose Peraza. He owns like one of the biggest pawn shops in Vegas. Owns the biggest pawn shop in Vegas, actually. Um, but back then, he used to have a store in Caesars, like right in the rotunda at Caesars, and they sold like jewelry, memorabilia. He had guys who traveled all over the country finding like Beanie Babies and all kinds of stupid crap you buy at a, after you win a bunch of money at a casino. And Wilbur Wood, Garrett Cole, interesting. Um, anyway, one day I was going out to a yard sale a couple towns over from me, and I pull up, and they have like two like 8-foot tables filled with jewelry, like filled, everything in the box, the whole 9 yards. Like I was like, oh my god, look at all this. Eloy, 5x7. And I said to the guy, like, I mean, it was hundreds of pieces, rings, necklaces, earrings, and not crappy stuff. I mean, some of it was really nice, And I said to the guy, I was like, what is all this? He said, well, it was his mother's home, and she had passed away suddenly. And they went to clean out the house, and they found all this jewelry in the closets. She would buy it, like on like QVC and all these shopping networks and stuff, and have it sent out. She never wore it or even gave it out. It just sat in there. So, the guy's mother just died and this and that. He was just looking to kind of clean the house out. I don't really think he cared too much. So I called my brother in Vegas, and I was like, dude, you got to see this. And I took a bunch of pictures of the tables. I was like, you might be able to do something with this. And he called me back, and he was like, I think it was $3,500 for everything. I think that's what it was. And he asked me, he's like, can you float the money for it? And I was like, yeah, if the guy wants it, And I asked the guy, I was like, I'll take everything off your hand for $3,500 cash today. And he was like, all right. His eyes lit up. And I bought it, packed it all up, sent it to my brother out in Vegas, and he turned it around and made like 50 grand off the whole deal, like reselling, remaking stuff, doing all this, and got cut in for a nice chunk. It was fun. But the deals are out there. You just got to find them. That was just complete luck, but Jaron Duran rookie. Taylor Trammell, high numbered for Seattle. Endangered Species Act passed 1973. Rojas. Jake Berger rookie. Jason Castro, high numbered for Houston. There's my man Abraham Toro on Seattle. That's where he's going to make his. That's where he's going to make his name on the Mariners. God, I hope so. I have all those cards as to sell. Shohei, New Age Performers. I've actually gotten some offers here and there recently on his cards for people who are Seattle fans, but still way too low. So, yeah, we'll wait. See what he does. Maybe he'll. You never know. He has a hot couple weeks, man. He'd be up to my ears in cash. Jed Lowry. No, still no hot box. Oh, no. Hey. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Candelario. Omar David Navarez for the Brewers. High numbered. Then and now, John Mayberry and Joey Gallo. Really? Wow. I thought everybody had Toro autos. No, I just happen to have some like real low numbered ones and stuff, you know. Who knows? He's gonna play from everything I've read. Oh, hey. Oh, Mike Trout relic. Looked nicer with some ink on it, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Oh, bat relic Trout for the Angels. There you go, buddy. Michael, nice one. I mean, from everything I read, he's going to play, and they're expecting big things, so we'll see. I hope so. And J.D. Davis, high numbered for the Mets. You have a lot of Rutgers? Yeah. That you do, my friend. I'm well aware. Jazz New Age Performers. Seth Beer rookie. Galvis. It was like my man Knapp. He left he left the Phillies to sign a minor league contract with the Reds. Oh gosh. I have so much Andrew Knapp stuff and make you sick. Jordan Romano, high numbered for the Blue Jays. He is the high number, 500. Brian. Bench hammers 3 homers off Carlton. Wow. Very cool. Yeah. Well, that's the only issue. I mean, look, if a guy becomes a star, his stuff definitely goes up. But there are those few guys that sign so much that there's really, unless you have some really low numbered stuff, there's a Cedric Mullins is a perfect example of that. You know, like he's been great, and I assume will continue to be great. He's got so much stuff out there, like there's just a cap as to how much it's ever going to be worth. Because I don't think the guy's, you know, he must have signed 100,000 autographs in the year. It seemed like he was in everything. You know, it was like, oh, look, our one a case Cedric Mullin auto. But now everyone's like, thank God, you know. Danny Jansen, high numbered for the Blue Jays. That doesn't usually happen, though. That's a little bit of an oddity. Usually the guys who oversign are the guys who aren't around in 18 months, you know. Because that year was him and O'Hearn was the other one. Those were the two big guys who signed everything. Acuna New Age Performers. And I don't know what happened to Ryan O'Hearn, but I don't think he's lighting the world on fire. Hey, I don't blame them, especially if they're in a position where they think it's a possibility they're not going to be necessarily an everyday player or even stay up that long. They get paid for those autos. Granted, they don't get paid near as much as some guys do, but the more they sign, the more they get paid. So might as well cash in while they can. Curvin Castro, high-numbered rookie. Oh, believe me, I have more than just Toro. I've got a lot of guys like that. It's funny. There's some old ones in there where there's tons of autos of guys, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe. And then I look at the back, I was like, oh, these are like 10 years ago. This guy's probably not around anymore. Either that or he's a lifer in the minors, Corey Dickerson, Hans Kroos. Sam Hilliard, high-numbered for the Rockies. Okay. Box number 4. So we'll do the last third of this case, I think, on Thursday night. I think it's scheduled for, if you're interested in that. This is a DeGrom 5x7. Trying to remember what else we're doing that night. Got some cleanup stuff next week too. I have like some Prism Megas and some Mosaic Megas around here, and just like some random stuff that I never use. So I have like some Heritage High numbered breaks or boxes that I've been doing giveaways with them, but I gotta sell some too. So it'll be an interesting week next week. Lots of stuff to choose from. De La Cruz New Age Performers. Trout Boyhood Photo of Stars. Matt Olson. You keep expecting to find a punch bag when I flip one of those over. Just doesn't want to happen. Muncie, Pineda. Matt Harvey, high numbered for the Orioles. Hernandez hits decided. Here he is, Abraham Toro. Trying to will him into European Economic Community is formed. Trying to will Abraham Toro into being an all-star. He can hit. He's a big dude. He can do it. That's all you need him to do is hit some home runs, and you're all good. Kill Badu. Badu. Tatis. Medina. What is that? Francisco Gabriel Tatis Jr. Medina. Huh. Nope. Well, it'd be the last one we have. It'll have to be in there. I'm surprised. Usually the hot boxes come out early. So, something to look forward for Thursday. There'll be a hot box in that one. Jake Cousins. 488 Patino, high numbered for Tampa. Or if it's, optic, you get like 4 hot boxes all in the first break. That drives me crazy. I just try to like randomly take the boxes out, and it just happens to be that the 4 boxes I pick are the 4 hot boxes that come in the whole product. Joe Ryan. Not only the fact that it all goes in one, but then you got to you're in this kind of quandary with the rest of the case. Like, do I tell them there's no more hot boxes, or like, oh, I haven't seen a hot box. Oh yeah, I haven't either. It's crazy. Wander Franco rookie. Yeah. Well, but that was the question. Are they going to? That's this whole article that I read about Toro, and if they're going to use him for third base and stick with him after Seager left, or are they going to go after Bryant? But it seems like there's a lot of people going after Bryant, so I don't know that there's any, how much that holds. Again, this was an article I read a little while. It was like probably a month or so ago, so the entire world could have changed since then, of course. Brandon Marsh, but that's really what the article was about that I was reading, and that they're expecting big things from him there. Alex Cobb, high numbered. So who knows? You can only put so much into what you find. And I don't know, maybe they move him somewhere else if they get Bryant. Who knows? But it seems like they're interested in trying to figure out if that kid can play. John Mayberry then and now. They're going to give it the college try, I guess. Give it the old college try. Ramil Tapia. No. Walter Johnson, high numbered. And you guys watch that Drive to Survive season 4 that just came out? God, I love that show. It's so good. And I know nothing about racing. What I know about racing is what I learned from that show, but I finished it already. I just couldn't not watch it, Lindor image variation. Wow, we had a Lindor color swap last night. The old action variation Lindor for the Metropolitans. Thomas M. Here you go, buddy. Those guys are crazy in those F1 cars, man. But if you've never gotten a chance to watch it or don't think you would be interested, if you're a sports fan, you'll love that show. It doesn't matter, like, if you're a racing fan or not. Like, the competitiveness of these guys and everything is just so off the charts. And the funniest part of it is they hate the teammates the most. Like, there's 10 teams, 2 guys on each team as far as drivers go. And as much as they hate the guys around them, the guy they're usually fighting with the most is the guy who's on their actual team that they want to beat. Austin Gomber, high number, which I find to be, Except the one guy from Mercedes, not Hamilton, Bottas or whatever his name is. He's the only one who doesn't fight, and that's why Hamilton wins all the time. And usually because of that guy. He like gets him his place and leaves him and lets him go past. And I'm like, I feel bad for that guy all the time. Teoscar Hernandez to 673, 522 of 673. Like I was just watching this episode, and here the guy's contract was coming up. He had a 5-year contract. They won 5 world championships while he was on the team. He many, many times let Lewis Hamilton win races. Whoops, that he certainly could have or should have contended for or could have actually won. And because of the world championship or the point standings or whatever, like he let him pass him, you know. And then what did they do? They dumped the guy. After 5 years, they went and got a different driver. And you're just like, God, you talk about getting screwed. And they even showed like a race from this year where he was in front. He was in like second place. And Hamilton was coming on. And I get how the whole points thing works. And Hamilton's the big guy on the team and everything. But you'd think you'd give the guy, a podium. I mean, he gets a lot of podiums, but a lot of seconds and thirds. He never gets to actually win the race because he always has to let Lewis Hamilton win. But I don't know. Michael Perez, you got to have a lot of respect for that dude, high numbered, because he does it and doesn't seem to complain too much. He also makes a ton of money too. So. You had someone bet NASCAR? How does NASCAR betting go? Is there like odds on the car or something? Like, is it, how would you? You haven't cheats, rookie? How would you bet on NASCAR? I mean, is it just like straight money, or is it like baseball where the guy's like plus 225 or... Celine, Will Meyer. Nope. It's on Netflix. This is the 4th season just came out. And I'm telling you, go back and watch it from the first season. There's like 10 episodes in each season. It doesn't even really matter if you know the outcome of the season. Well, here, let me spoil it for you. Lewis Hamilton wins the world championship because he wins every year. But really, it doesn't matter. That's what's interesting about it. Like, that's what I find really fascinating. Tyler Stevenson, high number, is a lot of these teams, they know they can't compete with Mercedes and Red Bull. They don't even have fast enough cars. Like, but it's like a huge deal for some of these teams to come in like 6th. Like, if they come in 6th, it's like a huge success for them, which is interesting, that they're... And I guess every spot you move up in those standings is worth a lot of money, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars, whatever. But like, these guys go into these seasons with no intention of ever winning. Like, they know they can't win. They know they can't beat Mercedes. Every once in a while, somebody will come up and get them for something. But like, Mercedes and Red Bull are so far ahead of everybody else. And I mean, you got other guys like Aston Martin or whatever who are close, but then you got like these other teams like Williams and Alpine and stuff like that, who they're never going to beat them. They just can't. They don't have the money. They don't have the technology. I don't know. So again, it's not like they're there to win races. They're there to try and finish 6th. That's a good season. Matt Chapman, Clubhouse Collection, which is crazy, but like, they don't even look at they don't care about the top teams. They know they're not in a competition with them, So that's what makes it kind of interesting when you watch it. 23 hours a day. Yeah, I know. It used to be, what was it my son watched all the time? Backyardigans. That was back in the day. That was my son's show, Backyardigans. I knew every episode inside and out. It's horrible. All right. High numbered of Pablo Lopez for the Marlins. All righty, guys. That will do it. I want to thank everyone for joining us. As always, couldn't do this without you guys. As Chris mentioned, we still have not hit the hot box out of this case. So Thursday's break, which I'm pretty sure it's Thursday, should have the hot box in there for sure. Otherwise, I do appreciate everyone joining us. Please stay safe, stay healthy out there, and bear with me for a second while I put a quick hit recap together. Rich, how old are you, buddy? You have a 3-year-old. How old are you? Are you a younger guy, older guy? I'm just curious. My brother-in-law, who's like 45, has he has identical twins that are like 10 months old. And every time I see him with them, I'm just like, how are you doing this? Not at that age. It takes a lot of energy to do that. All right. What else do we got? This guy here. And this guy here. 43. Oh, God bless you, buddy. That's you got to eat your Wheaties, my friend. Keep up with the little one. I did my stint, but I'm too out of shape for that stuff anymore. That's what I love about nieces and nephews. They can go home. All right, hit recap for 2022 Heritage Baseball third case break number 2. Just some rookies that I pulled out, and we'll double check in case we missed any. Beer, Sheets, Marsh, Beer, Berger, Jaron Duran, Bergeron, Sheets again, New Age Performers, Brandon Marsh, another Beer, and Bergeron. We'll make sure they all get sleeved and top loaded. Wander Franco, we had the New Age Performers, Wander Franco rookie, and then 2 base rookies. Some numbered-ish stuff. Teoscar Hernandez to 673. Kyle Mueller, a rookie, to 999. Black Border Castro for the Pirates, which is 50 copies. Matt Olson for Oakland to 373. And then we had 2 variations. We had the image or action variation of Francisco Lindor for the Mets. And then also a same action variation for O'Neal Cruz, rookie for Pittsburgh. Very nice little hit there. Relics, we had 3 tonight. We had the Matt Chapman for Oakland, Yo Moncada for the White Sox, and little Mr. Trout with the bat relic for the Angels. And then we did have 1 autograph tonight, Fergie Jenkins for the Cubbies. Oh, I bet you are, Rich. I would be too, my friend. All right, guys, again, thank you so much for a great week and a great weekend. Please stay safe, stay healthy out there. We'll be back on Thursday. Hope to see you guys all then. Take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.